If the algorithm's sending you this video, it's probably because you feel like you're fucking lazy. You want to stay consistent, but your consistency is going out the window in the trash, and you really want to bring it back. Listen, it's time to dumpster dive because I'm going to help you out in this video. Let's get into it. This is definitely a video I wish I had when I was younger, going through all that bullshit. This is definitely a video I wish I had when I was younger, going through all that bullshit, all that pain. I didn't know how to stay consistent. In this video, I'm going to show you why consistency bores you and how to not make it be the thing that stops you from achieving all your goals. But first, let me tell you a story. I was at the bottom of the swamp. I was hikikomori. What does that mean? I'm a loser virgin who's fucking poor and doesn't have any friends at all. So what did I do? I'll be honest with you, the first year and a half, I was just gooning for whatever, eating snacks, getting fat, watching lots of porn, playing video games, and it sounds tons of fun now that I have to work this hard for doing everything. But at the time, for my 4th, 5th year, not doing anything in this world, I thought, wow, that's probably one of the best times in my life because I didn't have to care about what anyone else thought. I was just doing things that I like to do. But then at the same time, I think I'm an adult now. I shouldn't be doing all this childish shit. So I have to start looking on how to make money. And I knew that I didn't want to do something in person. I want to do online. So I went on YouTube, looked up how to make a bunch of money online, yada, yada, yada. Time passes by. I got scammed for a year and a half and consistency was out the door. Every day it'd say, I would look into how to make $10,000 a month and some swiping through TikToks, make 10 cents each swipe. Bullshit would come up with some fucking dumbass. And I would just go back to yanking the rope over and over again because I was going to make money eventually. I just didn't know that the money that I thought I was going to be making, because there's so many videos on YouTube, something has to work out, right? Bzz. Unless you're looking for a business that someone's giving you everything full guide and not just some videos that says full guide, but they don't really tell you the really important details on how to start, all the shit that's going to happen to you, and the mistakes that you're going to learn throughout the journey. These are all really fucking important, and if they don't even explain to you, then you're missing out all this information that can really lead you to disaster. So that's what I learned for a long time. And it's not until I think like 3.5, 4-ish years in, I started being consistent with all my work, and I finally got one of the YouTube channels I was working on to grow enough that I didn't have to get a job anymore, and I made money off of it. But it wasn't until many years, as I told you, of all this dumb shit going on social media, being depressed, feeling like I wasn't good enough, thinking that because I feel like I'm not doing anything, that means I'm going to end up in a bad position in the future. And nothing that I want to do is going to work out. If I had that mentality and it was due to my inconsistency that I didn't really have much to show after a couple of years because I didn't have all these things down. And I'm going to share with you right now the mentality you have to have, because if I didn't have this when I was in your position. Let me give you some free shit and let's get into it. Let's talk about why consistency bores you. The problem is you're doing the same thing every day and it feels dull, boring, while doing new things feels a lot more like you're living your fucking life. And I get that. Let's say your goal was to be the best basketball player that you can ever be. So if you're not going outside, shooting some hoops, playing with the team, learning from the pros, studying them, and you're practicing every single day, maybe not with the team because you don't have that many friends, or you didn't make it into the team in high school, you're not that age yet, whatever the case is, if you're not doing everything else like studying the pros, shooting hoops from every single position, figuring out what you would do in this situation, keeping your mind full of basketball terms and basketball rules and studying everything about basketball and making that your whole life, that gets very boring once you figure out it's just you watching TV, watching your phone, shooting some hoops in a random thing, and it feels like you're not getting anything done. Things become stagnated, and instead you'd want to do something like a full-time streamer. And unless you're going to stream basketball things, those two things are the pure opposite. And I know practicing your video game skills and actually streaming might be something that you want to do. But if your true goal is to do basketball, if you're under the age of 21 and you're still in school or something, then you can do both. Try out both of the things, even add something else into it and figure out before you graduate what the true career is going to be. But if you're past that, let's catch up. Let's figure out what you really need to do. Then you can only choose one. Make that your life goal. I know starting another career plan sounds like so much more fun since you've been trying this for a couple of weeks or even a couple of months, and now it's starting to stagnate, get really boring. But the only way you're going to get through this cave is to crack it open, and things don't break very fast. So you're going to have to keep hitting that as hard as you can. And if you need to, take like a week or two off the pedal. You don't have to hit the gas out hard. Just know that you're going to come back twice as hard, or just come back in a healthier mood and start at it again. I think keeping the same thing going is a lot stronger than dividing your time to two different things. And I get it. Week 3, 4, 5, 6 of the new year, or even whenever you started, is going to make you feel like a zombie, because the first week might have started really strong. You were really amped and everything was coming easy to you. You went to the gym, you gained some muscle already in the first week because you didn't work out for whatever amount of time. So now it's a new muscle gain. But after a while, you need to train it harder, or you have to do something different, because you can apply this to anything. If you're doing something for a real long time, if you just do the one thing over and over and over again, it's not going to work out. You have to do different things to stimulate the growth of whatever it is. Look, if you don't think you're going to feel like a zombie eventually, then that's the wrong path for you. Unless you're the 1 in a million type of person, it goes super phenomenal for you. Other than that, you're just like the rest of us fucking ghouls. It's going to be a slog. It's going to take forever, and shit is going to slow the fuck down. But it's your passion, it's the ambition you have, it's everything that you really want. After this one giant fucking hill that you get over, you're gonna be really happy in that place. Another thing I'm sure you struggle with is you want to transform right now and not a year later. You want everything to happen right away, and consistency is bullshit, because the only consistency you want to do is for 1 month, maybe even half a year if you really feel like putting the work in. Bro, half a year, that's nothing. Start thinking about 3+ years, and that's when you start knowing where you are, what you have to do, and how long it might take you until the finish line. I know you want whatever goal or whatever dream career you have to actually happen right now, but even the most famous person you know, the person you look up to right now, at one point was messing up. At one point there were nobody. At one point they also thought that nothing was going to happen. But it's through consistency, similar to you, the one that you're going to put on after this video, that they were able to be the person that you idolize, or you have hopes to become one day. Be that person that you yourself or your younger self wants to be. Prove to yourself that yes, I did something that you wanted me to do, and you can be content. Even if it didn't work out, you can remind yourself that I wanted to do this, I put in the work, and I've learned so much. And you probably will find something else besides that through trying over and over again. So there's no missing. You're not going to lose anything. The only thing you're going to lose if you don't do it is your hope, your dreams, and to prove to yourself that you can actually put in the work if you want to. I also know that a lot of people with consistency issues is they feel when they're consistent, it feels like they're caging themselves in from everything else. And I totally get that, especially if you have tunnel vision where you're only so focused on one thing. Life is just passing you all around, and if you're doing this for many years, it could feel like you're losing something around you. And the only way to prevent that is to work hard, and then after, journal everything that you see that you're missing out on. If you feel you're consistent with something and you also feel something is missing in your life, take a break from whatever you're working hard on. Go and do whatever it is that you're missing out, or you think you're missing out. And if it's true that you're missing out on it, figure that out. And if it's not, there you go. It's not that something was missing in your life. It's because you got bored and you think that nothing's coming out of whatever you're working hard for. If you feel caged in, then get out of the cage. Figure out whatever it is. There's so many things in this life. Why make a stupid excuse like, let's say you're working out and you feel like because you maybe hit the gym for such a long time, you're missing out on friendships because you want to keep your body fat low enough, and you can't go and hang out with friends because they want to go eat some nasty bullshit food. You know, sometimes it's okay to eat the same thing your friends are. All you have to do, because most people are in calorie deficits or surpluses, count out all your calories and assume that you're going to eat 1,000+ calories while you're there, because shit outside is so greasy, so salty. It's pretty delicious, but it's bad for you. But at least you're enjoying yourself with your friends. And also, I'm pretty sure there's healthy alternatives depending on where you're going. So look that up, figure out what the healthier alternatives are, and that's one way to save yourself from all this caged in bullshit they keep telling yourself. Truly, you have two options: either do it or you take a little break. But the third one, which is not even doing it, is not an option for you. You must do something, and it must be calculated, especially if you already have a job or school that's very important. Another thing I see a lot of is the moment you become consistent with something and after a couple weeks you plateau and you feel like you failed. I think it depends on how you see plateauing. Most people see plateauing as a bad thing, but you should look at it like it's a dead end and you're going to turn around and go a different direction. It's just to choose which direction you're going, because the path you're going to doesn't work anymore. And this is a good thing because it makes room for more improvement. The moment you start changing the way you're doing things, more doors will open, and plateauing is actually the thing that you want to do. Not only does it mean change direction, but also means you've improved for a long way. So as long as you keep consistency up, stop believing in plateauing is a bad thing. You're going to be much better in keeping your consistency not boring and see a lot more action and results. Okay, let's talk about it. Why do you feel like it's really boring? I know for me, it was because my brain was addicted to dopamine. You go online, you see all these rich people, these hot people. You see all these people who are really in shape. You see all these hot girls with their big asses and big tits. It's gonna give you so much dopamine in your fucking mind, you're gonna bleed. Eventually, the dopamine becomes normal, and that's what you expect every single day. You didn't work for any of it. All you did was see it, they showed you what you wanted to see, and then you go and you do your day. Only for that same night, you start thinking, what am I even doing with my life? Why do I feel like nothing gets done? It's because you programmed your brain to wake up, look at social media, get the dopamine hit, and now you feel like the work that you actually put in is really boring because someone's already doing what you want to do. So just like everyone else on your feed, I'm sure is telling you, go on dopamine detox, stop going on social media, or at least limit your time, your exposure to social media, which is already a good thing. I think you should do that. But on top of that, instead of not going on social media, tell yourself after 5:30 today, I can look at social media, but not any time before that. And the terrible part is, I remember for me it was anime, and I'd watch anime over 2 hours a day, and by the time I'm done with the 2 hours and I had a whole list of things I wanted to do, I feel like I didn't want to do them anymore because either I got sucked into the couch eating snacks, watching this great anime I'm watching, probably Solo Leveling or something. And the same thing would happen. I would get so much dopamine from having so much fun that all the hard work that I should be putting in has escaped me because I already got the dopamine, the excitement from the videos I'm watching. So truly what I'm trying to make a point of is save all the entertainment stuff for after the hard work and start your day without any videos, without anything, and just read a book, do physical things. And during your breaks that you give yourself, you should journal, maybe even stare at a wall and think about your day, or write like poems or raps or music, play an instrument for a little bit, and then get back to work. Let me give you a very random example. Let's say you want to change your style because you think you look like shit and you want to look way better, but not too try-hardy. But everything at the store seems a little bit not like you. It looks too flashy or too mainstream and you don't want to see it. So what are you going to do? Just quit, go home, and then still wear the same meme shirt that's red, that's kind of disgusting, makes you look like a fucking dumbass? That's definitely not coming from personal experience. I don't know what you're talking about. But to stay consistent is to look around many stores, not give up. You will find your style. Also get inspiration online, figure out what you like to see, what looks cool, what doesn't, what makes it look like. If I were to wear that, that would be so different than what I'm wearing that I wouldn't even like doing that. If your style, let's say, is really fucking shitty and you want to look much better, it's going to take you a long time. You're not going to be able to find the clothes for the price that you want right away. It's going to take about a couple of months or even a year to figure out your style because you're going to look online, maybe Pinterest, maybe you're going to look on Google Images, type down what style you like, figure out what style you like and look up videos on it, and then you're going to have to figure out the budget you have, and then you have to go buy it, figure out which size you are, figure everything out that you want to wear, and that takes time, consistency, and not giving up if you want to change. So why are you here? It's because you want to know how to stay consistent, and to stay consistent is to have a schedule that works for you specifically. Now, some schedule you saw online that someone says you have to wake up at 5 a.m., start your day, eat this, work out this point, do X and Y, and that's how you start your day off. That is the reason why you keep failing and there's no perfect consistency with you, because you want someone else to create the plan for you, and the only one who knows you is you. So stop looking for someone to make the plan. You gotta start creating it. What do you want? What's it going to take to get there? What are you going to miss out on? I think I've already explained in other videos or this video. So just get down to that, and that's the way you stay consistent. And if you really want to stay consistent in all of the shit you want this year, then you have to remember there's going to be bad times. There's going to be very bad times. And there are going to be good times. You just have to remember that. But it's going to be very few at the beginning at least. But once you start entering into the zone, or where people say to be locked in, the best part of it is knowing that you're gaining from your goal and things are starting to increase, whatever it is. Maybe it's your muscles increasing. Maybe your intellect is increasing. Or maybe it's even as simple as trying to beat a level in a video game and beating the whole game. At first it sucks because you don't even know how to play it. But after a while of gaining knowledge on it, you definitely know how to get around much easier and much faster. And similar to real life, the levels you're going to be able to beat after training hard enough is going to become much simpler, and people are going to respect you way more. So then you also have the question, how to stay calm when it's almost unbearable. You can't tolerate it anymore. Being this bored, doing some boring shit that's nothing's coming out of it. Consistency is crap if you're not getting anything, right? So the moment that you feel bored or you can't take it anymore, you want to start some bad habits, it's okay to take a break. Remember, breaks are necessary even if you're working really hard. So take a 10 to 20 minute break from the hard work you're doing. And let's say you're one of those guys who just don't want to take a break. You want to work through all the pain. Then work through it all. Always remember that at the end of the day, the hard work you put in today, the tomorrow you is going to be happy. Because they don't have to do it. They're really lazy. Tomorrow you too. So do it for tomorrow you. Help that lazy bitch. And also you're going to have temptations that are going to try to stop you from working. If you feel temptation, stop for about a minute. Start meditating on why you feel tempted and start thinking about the negative stuff that are going to happen. That's going to scare the fuck out of you and you're going to want to stop. If it doesn't, then you're just going to fall into it and it was going to happen anyways. But at least you know every time you feel it, stop, think about what's going on. And if you can, get up from wherever you are and exercise just a little bit. Maybe 1 push-up, maybe 2 push-ups or sit-ups or whatever it is. Break a sweat. And exercise helps you get back on track. And that's what I think for all of you people who feel tempted should do right away. And I know if you're still here by this point, you're probably thinking, damn, this is a lot of fucking work. I gotta work and take a 10-minute break and that's all I get. Well, if you want to do something with your life that you actually want to do and not just go through the motion, do the same thing that some NPC out there is doing, then you have to do this. Or if you actually want the NPC life and you're really back and you feel like you're forgetting something, you feel like you're behind everyone, first accept the fact that that's not true. Everyone has their own path, but you will have to work even harder to get where you want to be, because clearly there's been some time where you drifted apart from what normally people do. That pain you feel right now from being really lazy and needing to work to maybe get something done in your life is kind of like a scar, and the only way for it to heal is with time, and especially the only way to also not focus on it is to put a band-aid on it. So work hard and then take a break, and taking the breaks is putting the band-aid on it. And I get it, because when you stagnate, you're going to feel bored. It's not until you start changing the way you do the small things that everything happens. So why do you feel bored? It's because you want progress to happen much, much quicker. But let's say on Monday, you do it one way. On Tuesday, you do it a different way. And Wednesday, you do it the same way as Monday. So it's kind of like a workout regimen. You do it Monday, Wednesday, you do one part of your body. Then Tuesday, Thursday, you do it a different way. And then Friday, you get free range of however you want to do it. And that's your whole week. And so in order to not feel bored or you feel like nothing's working out, at the end of the week, give yourself a really big treat that doesn't ruin your progress. So if you're fat and you're going to lose a lot of weight, give yourself one cheat meal, not a whole cheat day, so you can keep it consistent the next day, the next week. And let's say you're gonna study really hard for the next exam. At the end of the week, give yourself one small award that doesn't cost a lot, that won't make you go bankrupt, that you can buy for yourself as a treat that you worked hard. Maybe not the first week, or maybe not the third, maybe not the first month, but halfway through, give yourself a reward for just staying consistent for as long as you did. So if you haven't really been awake or paying attention to this whole video, I have to remind you, the main way you're going to change all this consistency and how boring it is to you is to change the mindset on it. Don't think about it as boring. Instead, think of it as just a chapter in your life that you're going to look back on and say, that was like my failure arc. This was when I was battling these demons, when I was battling these giants, and I got through it because I'm the hero. You have to start making it like a movie. You have to make your life a movie or a story or something like that. Give yourself like a soundtrack. Imagine each day is like a chapter in your book or your manga, and each thing has to stay entertaining for someone to watch, right? So believe someone's watching it, and the moment someone's watching it, they don't want you to just sit there. They want you to start doing something that entertains the audience. So entertain them. Start doing a lot of shit, and the audience will see that you progressed, and your views will go up, and the ratings will be probably better than Oppenheimer, Mario Supreme, all these fucking movies that get awards, because you stay consistent and everyone loved it. So start doing more, and always remember why you want this as bad as you do. Remembering all the hardship that you suffered through, and you want to do this now because you feel like you haven't put in any hours into studying, or you haven't put in any hours into reading One Piece, or you haven't put in the hours to talk to other people, or whatever it is. You know that you want to do this because you want to talk to a girl. You know you want to do this because you want to get A's. You want to do this because you know you want to help your parents out. You know you want to do this because X, Y, and Z. It's something that's in all of us. You just have to keep remembering why, whenever you feel like you're bored. Consistency will come once you forget about it. Every day is a different day, and you have an option either doing it or not doing it, and there's nothing in the middle. So you always have to ask yourself, stop asking when you're going to do it and start asking why you're going to do it. And that's the key to success in your problem, your situation, whatever it is. It's all bullshit at the end of the day. If you don't follow my steps at all, you won't change and nothing will work out for you. So if you got this far, don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the like, and wherever the hype button is, hit it so everyone can get this information, because there's a lot of people that are bored, not consistent, and really want to do something in their life. And if you're really struggling with this, I'm going to come out with a series of videos particularly for you, such as one-on-one coaching, or I'll make videos specifically and send them to you. But that's coming, so be ready.